Hello, beautiful beings of planet Earth and beyond. Welcome to another video on the channel of Ancient Ascension. My name is Paula, and today I want to share with you my top 5 life lessons that I learned and received on my 9-day vision quest. I just completed this quest maybe 4 days ago. I'm still, coming back into my life, into society, and my voice is still coming back. But I wanted to share with each of you the biggest takeaways that I had out there. If I really had the time, I could spend hours and hours talking about the experience that I just went through. But I just want to kind of bullet point the main things that I received and share them with you in the hopes that they can also help you in your life. If you like this kind of stuff, if you like my videos, if you like stuff on the medicine path or the sacred ancestral traditions, please share this video or comment on this video. It helps me so much, helps me to continue to create and share on this platform. So if you can do that, thank you so much. It's so much appreciated. And I will write in the description the process of what the 9-day vision quest entails. I don't want to take up time in this video and talk about it, but I'll write it in the description if you're curious as to what really the process, the logistical process is out there. But I spent 9 days and 9 nights on the mountain in silence. Part of that time I was fasting from food and water for at least 4 days and 4 nights, and the rest will be in the description. And I just want to share the more spiritual and more profound things that I received out there. The whole quest for me was sincerely a process of coming home to myself, coming home into my power. It was my 3rd vision quest that I did, and the 3rd quest is all about holding our integrity, holding our personal power in this life. It's about self-responsibility and honesty. So it was a really, really big process for me to go through, a very long process, but such a beautiful one at that. And so let's get right into the top 5 life lessons. The first lesson, the first awareness, is kind of what these are pieces of awareness that I received out there, is that consciousness cannot be turned off as long as we are alive. It's like from the moment we're born, we just wake up in this reality and it's game on the whole time. And the nights and the days are as long as they are. Every day is 24 hours and there's no changing it. There's no changing that fact. And, the quests are so difficult sometimes. Well, they are difficult, because it's just you, your spirit, and Father Time, basically. And there's no distraction. There's no phone. There's no community. There's no food. There's nothing. There's no substances. There is absolutely nothing to distract you from yourself out there and the conscious being that you are. And one day I realized, wow, life is so hardcore. It is so hardcore because it never stops. And I realized that that's why distraction is so rampant in this world that we live in. The phones, the movies, the substances, the alcohol, the drugs, all of that stuff is a distraction from the power of the consciousness that we hold. And it's quite an intense power, actually, to be alive and to be a soul in this physical world. And I realized that distraction and addiction are rooted in the energy of running from the power of our consciousness. I really woke up to the power of my consciousness out there, and it was this big awakening of wow, like I understand why people numb themselves. I understand why we distract ourselves, because there is no off button. And the only off button is taking our last breath in this life. And it was just a really powerful realization, because there is no escaping this life. There is no turning it off. There is no... we can try to numb and we can try to distract, but at the end of the day, we're still going to wake up. We're still going to be breathing. We're still going to be constantly flooded with consciousness and all the pressures of life. And that was just a big thing for me to realize, like when you take away all the distraction and you take away the people and you take away your voice and you take away food and you take away water, what's left? What's left? And I realized that what's left is the power in my heart and the power of my consciousness, and how amazing and how beautiful it is, and how I no longer want to run from it. I no longer want to hide from the power of my consciousness and the power of my soul in this life. The second thing that I learned out there is the power of conscious choice. Yes, of course, I've always known about the power of choice. But something really shifted in me out there when I recognized that everything in my life, my home, my soulmate, my life, my work, everything that I have cultivated in this life has happened because of the power of my choice. And it felt so empowering to realize that my life is completely built upon conscious choice. It's not like I'm living, in a partnership just because it's comfortable and I've always known this person and I don't really want to be with them, but I'm afraid to walk away. It's nothing like that anymore in my life. It's because I consciously choose to build a family with this person. I consciously choose to walk forward in the medicine path. I consciously choose to root my life here in Ecuador. I consciously choose the friends and the family that I hold in this life. And, everything in my life has not been an accident. And that's so beautiful. It's happened because I have this awareness and this consciousness of the power of my choice. And I also had this process out there of choosing, like I chose my next dream on the mountain. I chose my vision. I chose, everything that I want in my life, in my future. It's not that I'm just dreaming it. I realize that if I choose it and I believe that it's already mine, then by the natural laws of this universe, it's going to come. It's going to come. I had this process of shifting into a new timeline out there. And I consciously chose what I want next. And I consciously chose a huge vision, a huge dream. And I realized that just by me consciously choosing it, shifting into the vibration of it, and understanding that of course I deserve it because I'm choosing it. The only way I can choose it is if I deserve it. And I know that my life is going to naturally evolve into that dream. And once I have that dream, it'll be time to dream a new dream. The third life lesson that I learned out there is that for me, vision quests are not about having a vision. That's not what they're about for me personally. This is my third quest. This is the third time that I've gone out there and I've realized that visions, I have many. Visions, I receive so many out there. For me, the visions are the clarification of our lives, the clarification of what we're choosing and what we're cultivating and what we're creating in our lives. Every day I have visions. Every day I see what's happening in my life so clear out there. But for me, it's about the process and how it allows me to wear a new vibration. For me, they are more like vibration quests instead of vision quests. Because a lot of people say, before you go out to these longer vision quests, traditionally they were just 4 nights and 4 days. But as they get longer, people have told me, if you go to attempt your 9-day quest and you receive the vision that you're requiring, then don't feel bad if you come down and you don't complete it because you received your vision. But I don't believe that. I don't believe in that at all, because if I were to come down, on day 5 or day 6 because I felt like I was complete, I would have completely missed out on the magic and the profound healing and realizations that I received on day 8 and 9. So for me, it's not about receiving a vision on these vision quests. It's about entering and wearing a new vibration, because it's a process from night 1 to day 9. It's an entire process, and it's a sacred ceremony and a sacred process that my soul must move through for me to move forward and hold my integrity in this life. At least that's how it is for me. Because I truly have visions of my life every day out there. Every day. The clarity that I receive on the sacred mountain, I cannot find that clarity anywhere else in my life. And I always kind of, when I first started doing vision quests, I was like, okay, I want to receive the vision that I require. Okay, I want to, have that clarity of whatever it is, whatever I was praying for in each quest. And I really realized that on this quest, for me personally, it's not about the visions, because I have a million of them. I'm not lacking in vision, that's for sure. But it's about entering that new vibrational state to live the vision. It's a cleaning process. You know how clean your body gets when you fast from food and water for 4 nights and 4 days? How clean your body gets when you continue that fasting process longer than that with minimal water and very cleaning fruits. Such a deep, deep cleaning process on every level, on the physical body, on your mind, on your heart, and on your spirit. So I fully believe in the full process of these vision quests more than sitting out there just to receive a vision. The 4th thing that I learned is the divinity of each step of my ancestors. I am, and I've known this, but it was more of a reminder out there. I am the living prayers of my ancestors. You are the living prayers of your ancestors. Okay? Again, it is no accident that I ended up on the sacred medicine path. My ancestors chose this for me a long time ago. Their choice in traveling from Finland and Ireland to the Americas, they knew that it would serve their bloodline better. They knew that somewhere within our bloodline we belonged in the Americas, not in Europe. And when I'm out there, I can literally hear the prayers of my ancestors, like the ancient prayers. It's crazy. And I can feel them so present. It's the closest I can get to my ancestors is when I sit out on the mountain on a vision quest. They are the divine coding in my DNA. They are why I hold the magic that I hold. They are why I have my freedom. They are why I have my choice. They are why I have my power, my magic, my healing, my mission. all of it comes from them. All of it comes from the thousands of heartbeats that came before me. And that is such a powerful thing to recognize for me. Being connected to my ancestors, being connected to the prayers that they were holding for me is so empowering and is so aligned when you feel really connected to the prayers of your ancestors. And through each step that I take, I honor them. I honor them. It doesn't matter how much we need to heal our history. It doesn't matter all the generational trauma. It doesn't matter all the mistakes and all the abuse that has happened in the bloodline. Because I know that every time that they prayed, they didn't have the abuse and the trauma and the awareness of those things. They were praying for more intentional things, for more freedom, for more choice, for more magic, for more healing, for more power. Real, authentic alignment power. And the only reason I have actually come home to the power that resides in my heart is because of their prayers. I could feel them so strong out there. Shout out to the ancestors. I love you so much. And the fifth life lesson that I want to share with y'all is the sacred dance between our spirits and the spirits of this reality. I mean, that's one of the main things that I do out there when I'm sitting on the mountain for so long is I commune with the natural spirits of this world. I believe, this is my belief, it may not be yours, that our reality is fully alive and that it is composed of ancient spirits. That's what I believe. Mother Earth, Mother Water, Father Sky, Grandfather Fire, Father Wind, Father Time, Mother Moon, Father Sun, list goes on. These things are beings. These things are alive. And we are all a unique expression of these spirits because we only exist through them. We are one in the same. We are Mother Earth. We are Father Sky. We are Mother Water. We are Brother Wind because we only exist through them. Okay? And when you strip away all the distraction and you strip away, all the mental stuff, because in the first couple days out there, I go through a whole mental process of accepting my fate out there, basically, and accepting that I'm going to be sitting out there, and you move past the space of the mind fully, completely, and you fully drop into the space of the essence of your spirit, of your soul, of your heart, that part of you that lives inside your chest. And you're then experiencing, well, for me, I'm then experiencing the quest through this essence, this eternal essence that I hold, which allows me to open my senses and commune with these spirits of the natural world. I talk to them, I listen to them, and I work on forming an even deeper relationship with them. Because they've been whispering to us all along. I promise you. Just we have a hard time listening. And, when we talk to them, when we listen to them, when we relate to them and form a deep relationship with them, it's actually simply relating to ourselves on a deeper level because we are them. We only live because they choose to give us life and share us life. So when we connect deeply with the wind, we connect deeply with the earth, with the spirit of the sky, we're actually connecting deeper to ourselves. And you recognize that they are here supporting and loving us. it was such a powerful quest in the way that I said I was thirsty. I asked for rain. I received rain. I was tired of the clouds. I asked for sunshine. I received sunshine. I was tired of the sunshine. I asked for clouds. I received clouds. I asked for warmth. I got warmth. I had never experienced that so directly on any of my other vision quests. Like asking, receiving, like to the T, exactly what I wanted. And I believe that I received that connection, that ask and receive so quickly because I was in a process of truly coming home to my power, coming home to myself, which actually means I was coming home to these spirits that live inside me. So when we come home to ourselves, like truly come home and truly allow ourselves to see the power that we hold in this life, we're actually coming home to the natural world because we are the natural world. And that's a sure way to deepen the connection with these spirits, with this reality that we are existing in. And when you can deepen your connection with this reality that we're existing in, talk about creator being, talk about creation power. Because you're asking for what you want and you have that relationship to this power inside of you through the spirits that give you life. And you can deepen that relationship and have them work with you and you work with them in creating this vision of your life. And I think that is so beautiful. It's such a sacred dance. And also when I'm out there, I receive medicine. I receive San Pedro and mushrooms. And another thing that I experienced out there was also the sacred dance between our soul and the spirits of the medicines. And how sacred that encounter truly is when we bring these medicines into our bodies, into our minds and our hearts and our spirits, and how sacred our spirits dance with those spirits. I mean, I've been drinking medicine for a while now, and I've always known that. It's a sacred communion with these spirits when we allow ayahuasca in, when we allow mushrooms in, when we allow, whatever it is, cannabis in, whatever the medicine is. But I really felt it, I felt my spirit dancing with the other spirits and just how beautiful that dance is when we allow ourselves to meet these spirits in this life. So those are my top 5 lessons that I want to share at this moment. There's so much, that I experience as 9 nights and 9 days. There's so much that could be said, but at the same time, there really are no words that do encapsulate the experience of these vision quests. It's so otherworldly, and it's such a sacred attunement of energy that happens out there. It's such a sacred recognition of ourselves, such a sacred awakening of our hearts and the power that we hold. And also such a sacred awakening of gratitude. Try going 4 nights and 4 days without food and water or community or your voice. Even the first quest of 4 nights and 4 days is challenging. I don't know if you've ever been that thirsty, but it's quite an experience to actually experience that thirst and take away everything that makes human beings comfortable here on planet Earth. You take away all that distraction, you take away all that comfort, and you discover what's left. And I highly encourage anyone who's interested to seek out at least a 4-night and 4-day vision quest. A couple things I want to say. We are all so much more powerful, so much more blessed than we realize. It is a pure gift to be able to wake up each day and receive this gift of life. It is a pure gift that we live in absolute abundance. That we have fresh, clean water, we have fresh, clean food, we have comfortable beds, we have shelter, we have family, we have community, we have medicines, we have joy, we have laughter, we have tears, we have all of this stuff that we get to experience in life, and all of it is so abundant. All of it is so abundant. We are naturally abundant beings. And I thought that I was holding my power before this quest, because I've been doing so much healing, so much work, being in service to humanity, so much growth over the past few years. I really thought I am powerful, and I am, and I was before the quest, absolutely. But I wasn't holding my power like I am now. I didn't even understand that I could hold it the way that I am now. I was still holding on to fears that were blocking me from it. I was still in that space of being afraid to see my greatness. And now I'm not afraid. Now I'm not afraid because I see the vision. And I felt my power through my blood, through my veins, through my bones. It was a deep, full body awakening of myself to myself, of consciousness to consciousness. And that is something I am eternally grateful for. The mountain, the spirits, the natural world took all of the energy that was not serving me away, as it always does on these quests. And it filled me with a higher consciousness, a more powerful heart, and an even deeper appreciation for my life. Sorry, my cat is using the litter box. I don't know if you can hear him scratching. For me, in all the ceremonies that I've done, I work in the ceremonial realm, I fire keep, I sing, I've participated in so many. But for me, vision quests are the most powerful ceremonies I have ever experienced in my life. And I am so grateful that my ancestors and the wisdom that lives in my heart has taken me to them. So grateful. And I just have to say thank you to Zhuracpamba for changing my life. That's the community, that's the place where I go to do these quests here in Ecuador. And if you're ever interested in participating in one, I know that my email for Ancient Ascension is attached to my YouTube. So always feel free to send me an email if that is something that you're interested in. I can always get you in contact with them, help you in the process, because it's one of my greatest joys to help people get to the mountain, to help people recognize who they are, recognize what they are, and what they are capable of in this life. I will probably make more videos on things that I learned from this quest because it was so powerful. And I just want to thank all of you who shared your unique prayers in my video that I made before the quest, asking for you to share your prayers so I could put them into my prayer ties. And I just want to say thank you so much for doing that. I put all of them in there. So all of you that commented prayers, you were with me out there. So thank you so much for sharing your heart and sharing your own unique prayers in this life. I appreciate it so much, and I loved reading them. And As always, never forget how sacred you are. Never forget how supported you are, how loved you are, and especially from the forces that maybe you don't recognize, the unseen forces, the spirits of this natural world, the spirits that you are. You are sacred, and you are loved. And thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it so much. Remember, please at least like this video, throw a comment on this video, or share this video with anyone in your life who may be interested in hearing these top 5 life lessons that I learned from the mountain and the spirits that took care of me. Much love.